Christy Lee on vacation. Jessica Alsman is here.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi.
Josh Arnold here at the sidekick chair.
Hi, Chick. I've got a message here from a listener who has actually a very good question about your underwear.
All right,
after
sir.
this.
There's Ace Cosby. Ace Cosby's having a good time. I guess where
I can't wait to touch these underwear tomorrow.
That's not going to happen.
What color are they?
Black.
Now, once again, you have announced that you have just purchased wool underwear.
Switched everything over.
Merino wool underwear.
Finally switched them all over.
And how many pair did you buy?
4 for starters.
Okay.
I opened with 4.
No, have they been laundered yet?
Yeah, they've been laundered.
So when you bought them, you laundered them immediately?
No, I did not.
You wore them factory?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's not good.
I did that too. Yeah.
That's not good. No.
Speaking of laundering,
You're going to get all of the spirochetes from the
All
factory
right.
in your...
the question is, are they dry clean only?
No, they're not dry clean.
Okay.
only.
Wash and Woolite, right?
No, you can just wash them.
You would
in
think
a,
Woolite, sure.
regular
I wash my shoes in Woolite.
washing machine because this is special washable wool, just like there's washable cashmere. There's
I had no
all
idea.
these washable fibers that were invented, 40 years ago that you're not aware of. But
Chick turned me onto these shoes, Halsey. Can you see these?
The Allbirds?
Allbirds wool shoes. I wash them in Woolite.
Well, good for you. It
How
gives
often do you wash your
something to do.
shoes? How often do you wash your shoes?
Not quite often. They get very dirty.
Well, you know why? He has an incredible foot odor problem.
Oh, that's the issue, huh?
That's exactly
That's that stuff, man.
A lie.
Hey, Greg Warren's here. My goodness.
Willie has the same problem. It's genetic.
Greg Warren's here, Chick.
There he is. I see him now.
Keep it up,
Once
Greg.
again, it's time for the Warren Report. I'm working on your new theme music, Greg.
Oh, God.
Oh, that'd be great.
And then I'm also working on the surprise that we're going to be putting forth, I believe, tomorrow or Thursday. But I can't say what it is. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but he's not going to be here tomorrow. Or
Ruin
Thursday.
it, Greg. Ruin
Oh,
it.
I know what you're talking about.
Does he?
You emailed me about it yesterday.
Ruin it right now.
You may recall.
Ruin it, Greg. Tell us all about it.
That's a good color on you, Greg. It's kind of a pinkish red.
You think?
That looks very nice.
Cardinal red right there.
Old school St. Louis Cardinal.
Oh, very cool.
Now, do you know the chant? We say pool. Remember how this works?
Albert Poo. Holes. No.
Wow.
That never really was that a thing in St. Louis? I don't remember ever doing that.
No, of course not.
Oh, it's something you guys invented?
Yes.
Well, when you did it this morning and I didn't catch on, you acted like I was a moron.
No, we acted because you were moron for a lot of other things.
Oh!
Yeah, come on.
It's like Marco Polo, kind of. Albert back as a Cardinal. Is that correct, Greg?
For one,
That's right.
one season, yeah.
You ever play Marco Polio as a kid? Where you had to sit there on the side of the pool?
Yeah. And the loser gets shoved in. See how long they
Yeah, in the chair. Yeah, my dad was in a wheelchair, Josh. That's hilarious.
Yeah, oh no, I thought you liked
yes,
it.
It's not my fault.
It's funnier when you can relate.
The real jerk.
Okay.
What about the Iron
bring it on
Lung?
home.
It is. We're working on the theme music for your show.
Did you ever have to give
Greg,
mouth
but
to mouth?
Let's get right to it. It is the Warren Report with Greg Warren. By the way, I should point out that Greg has a brilliant comedy special out there called "Where the Field Corn Grows."
Yes.
Available on Amazon. Am I getting it right? Finally.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You nailed it.
And I was sent some reviews from your shows in Des Moines. Big thumbs up from many people, Greg. Well done.
Oh, that's great.
Really?
Yeah, that's great.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And now it's time for the Warren Report.
Chick, who's that behind me?
That is number 99. I believe he's in the Hall of Fame. That's Warren Sapp.
Yes.
Former Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Great. He's in the creamsicle uniform there, too.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
Miami Hurricanes, right, in college?
Yep. Miami Hurricane College. Yeah. Kind of a badass. Yep.
Yeah. Big
No,
fan.
known to like prostitutes.
Right, he was, wasn't he?
Got into trouble in a hotel with having an argument over price, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that occurred.
He liked a dicker, Tom.
That's right.
On price.
Yes,
And then
that's exactly right.
Ah, boy.
Before that, he was quite the presence on some of the pregame shows, and now not so much.
Okay, well, good.
Man.
Well, Greg, what is today's topic of the Warren Report?
Tom, today's topic is the history of waterbeds.
all right.
And it's a shame because Christy Lee is not here. Christy is the only one of us who I think had a waterbed. Ace, did you have a waterbed?
I did not.
My parents had one for a while.
Mine did too.
Wow.
They really
Yeah.
explored that in Licorice Pizza a little bit.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully this will be, something new. The first mention of waterbeds dates all the way back to 3600 BC, when ancient Persians filled goatskin mattresses with sun-warmed water.
Wow, that far back.
Those are some
That
big
far
goats.
Yeah.
They were bigger back then.
In the 1800s, Dr. Neil Arnott created a hydrostatic bed for invalids. In the 1800s, I think you could call them invalids. I don't think you do that now. I don't think.
What about GIMP? Could you use GIMP?
Could you say that?
No,
Okay.
you can't say that either.
Okay.
1873, Sir James Paget, St. Bartholomew Hospital in London, he used waterbeds for the treatment and prevention of ulcers. And I got a little recording of James, if you guys don't mind. Can I play that?
We'd love to hear it.
Yeah. Ulcers, brother. That's all about stress. You get one of these water beds, you'll be pulling so many chicks, you won't have any stress.
That's the doctor. Huh?
Yeah, that's him, all
Dr.
right.
James
I'm surprised he didn't have an English accent. It's so odd that he would talk like a Midwestern American 100+ years ago in England.
That's what people don't know. Like, if you get far enough back, you don't even hear the accent.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. 1968, Charlie Hall was a product design student and at San Francisco State, and his thesis project was the waterbed.
Wow.
Now, this was not his first attempt. He tried a Jello chair.
Yes.
Huh.
Yes, Josh, I don't know what flavor.
Well, you find out.
Okay,
And if it's got fruit in it, out the door.
out the door. I'm with you, baby. And he also tried a liquid cornstarch couch, which, yeah.
How strange.
Is that right?
Yeah, he did. But he landed on the waterbed. And so the way they had their thesis project was like it was San Francisco in the late 60s. It was they were all a bunch of hippies. And
Filthy.
they had like each room had a different product in it, and his room was the waterbed, and nobody made it past the waterbed. All the students were like frolicking on the bed.
Oh.
Again, it was the 60s. And he called his product the Pleasure Pit. Now he patented it in 1971. None of these guys back in England had a patent. His was patented in 1971, and he started small. He had a little a shop in Sausalito, and some celebrities got interested. One of the Smothers Brothers bought one.
Oh.
Yeah, and then a dude from Jefferson Airplane bought one. I don't know who that was. And then he sold some to a nudist colony. And then Hef had one.
Oh,
Hugh
man.
Hefner had one. Yeah. Hef had one. It was covered with Tasmanian possum hair.
That's very nice.
Yeah. Chick, don't you do a Tasmanian devil impression?
Well, I'd really.
Oh, that's very good.
And that was back in the 70s when
Shut up, Josh.
when Playboy Playmates still had possum hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have anything. All right. I guess I should have waited. Didn't know he wasn't
You
done.
think you're gonna one up a Tasmanian devil impression with some dumb Playboy joke?
Yeah, I thought a one-up, yes. Out loud? No.
I have a question. Hefner was famous. He was famous for the following quip. He had that round bed, and he'd always be asked in interviews, "Why do you have a round bed?" And he'd always say, "Because it fits the round sheets."
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
Oft quoted.
Hef was on a lot of drugs.
Funny guy.
Do you happen to know if was Hef's custom-made waterbed also round? Do you know? Does it say that in the history?
Man, I don't know that,
That's okay.
Tom, and I can get back to you on that.
Okay,
but,
please
I
do.
don't.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, now that
We have a few more minutes. What else do we know about the waterbed? When did they go mainstream?
well, it was invented to help people get better sleep, but it just sort of became a sex product.
Sure, took off.
It was right after the Summer of Love. It was a sexual revolution, and the waterbed industry leaned into it. One of the waterbed companies' names was the Wet Dream.
Oh, sure. It's right
here's
there.
Some, here's some ad copy. Two things are better on a waterbed. One of them is sleep.
Whoa!
She'll admire you for your car. She'll respect you for your position, but she'll love you for your waterbed. Live and love in liquid luxury.
Oh, that's nice.
Be careful with that prick.
200 gallons of love. Which it's kind of cute to me that they sort of talk around it, because if those things came out now, it'd be like better to bone on.
And Greg, you're probably not aware of this, but this was also in the transition time between AM and FM radio.
No, I didn't know that.
And those, especially in the early days, Ace will know this, of sort of the underground days of FM with so-called album stations, and waterbeds ruled the radio airwaves. They were constantly being advertised.
Wow.
I mean, there were stations that probably only made money because between, waterbeds and stereo stuff.
Of course, the Waterbed Warehouse here.
Yeah, the Waterbed Warehouse.
Waterbed Warehouse.
Now, can I interrupt your flow here, if you will?
Sure,
have you ever? I have never
It's a
slept
little
on
thin this week, Tom.
I have no, I'm enjoying this very much. I have never slept on a waterbed or used one in any fashion. Have you, Greg Warren?
Yeah, I think I've been on a few. I never owned one, but I've had a few.
When you say had a few, is this during during some intimate activity?
Yeah, I think.
Sure.
I had a girlfriend had one in college. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Did you like it?
From what I remember, yeah, it was fine.
Kind of does the work for you, really. With that bouncing.
Isn't it like having a defense? I mean, if all of a sudden you want to go this way and it wants to go that way, and I'd be concerned.
What?
Isn't there a problem with the sound? Someone told me that.
Yeah, not anymore, but yeah, back in the day, it gurgled a lot.
And I remember, I'm old enough to remember the days when you'd go to an apartment complex to get a place, and there were signs everywhere, no water beds.
Yeah, that was a thing, man. That was part of the reason why they didn't make it. Is a lot of apartment complexes forbid them. But they sort of moved, like in the 70s. They were like for all the dirt bags, and then as you got into the 80s, they sort of made their way into suburbia, and in like 87, 22% of mattresses were water beds.
That's pretty good.
That can't be true.
I have no reason to doubt you.
22%, 1987 water beds.
Yeah.
And among guys named Rod or Van, 96%.
Okay, now I see the source of your statistics.
No, it's true. The 22% is true.
I think I was conceived on one now that I'm doing the math. So there we go. That's not at all.
Do you ever get
awkward.
seasick when you're on a boat?
You know what? A little bit. A little bit, Willie.
Could be a tie in there.
They're getting horny.
When I was doing this research, I came across this guy, Henry Robinson, the president of the Trend West Furniture Manufacturing Company, an official spokesman of the Waterbed Manufacturers Association. Could you imagine that convention, the Waterbed Manufacturers Association? Just every cocktail waitress, like, yeah, I know that you have a waterbed. Every guy here has told me he has a water. No, I don't want to go home with you. Just go ahead and touch me inappropriately so I can get on with a sexual harassment suit.
Now, has there ever been, the answer probably is yes, a hotel that specialized in having water beds?
They were very popular in hotels in the 70s. Lake Tahoe's King Castle Hotel had like a suite as water beds. Holiday Inns were putting them in a little bit for a while.
Oh,
I don't know if there was a hotel like that had all water beds.
Okay,
I see. Well, Greg Warren is our guest, and we have to wrap it up. I want to say that Greg. Now, last time I plugged your next gig, I had it wrong. Am I correct in saying you're going to be in St. Charles, Missouri at the Funny Bone coming up April 8th and 9th and 10th?
The brand new St. Charles Funny Bone. Thanks, Tom.
Okay. And then you've got Colorado Springs, among many other slots coming up. So go see Greg live. He kills it live.
Yes.
Great stand-up comedian. And is there a wrap-up on the waterbed? Is there a final note?
Well, I'll give you two notes, Tom. One of the reasons they sort of disappeared, because as big as they were in '87, they just disappeared. Like there was an episode of Phyllis, the show Phyllis.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, where Cloris Leachman, she punctured a waterbed with a letter opener, and then a bunch of stand-up comics started doing jokes about waterbeds springing leaks. Today, the technology is much better, but guess where they are most used today?
I have no idea.
Florida, maybe?
Livestock. Cows sleep on a lot of waterbeds.
No problem. Holy cow!
That's fascinating.
Yeah, they get less beat up. Yeah.
Wow.
That's interesting. Well, thank you. Thank you, Greg Warren. Once again, Greg's Amazon special is entitled Where the Field Corn Grows. Clean and super funny. That's the key.
Thanks, Tom.
You're very welcome. Once again, I'm working on the theme music, Greg, and a logo. Your input is not requested. Okay.
Don't hold your breath.
Okay.